Shalom, brothers and sisters. I am Sister Yahawashi Hadessa,
And I'm Sarah.
and welcome to the last word.
This is a show in which our guests can express their opinions about today's events.
But in the end, the Most High has the last word. So I'll ask the questions, and each guest can answer individually, no talking over each other.
Guests can talk amongst each other, answering one at a time.
This is a conversation, not a lecture or a class.
First, give your opinion, and then we will see what the Most High has to say concerning the matter.
Remember, you must prove all things using sources, and Sister Sarah will serve as our main reader. So let's begin. Shalom, brothers and sisters. I am Yahawashi Hadessa,
Sister Sarah.
and we are here with another episode of Yahawashi's Last Word. Tonight, we have our guests, Brother Shalaka Bar
Shalom, shalom.
and Brother Malakia.
Shalom.
And we will be talking about the topic. It's a threefold question tonight.
Oh boy.
So the topic is, was Yahawashi in the Old Testament? And did Yahawashi write the Bible? Where did the word come from?
First and foremost, we like to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh and His Son Yahawashi, our King, the one is to come, the one who is to sit on the throne of David, and whose kingdom shall last forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
So where was it again? You came at us with a whole lot.
Okay. We'll do the questions one at a time, but the second one is going to be a double question. Okay?
Okay.
So the first question is, was Yahawashi in the Old Testament?
Khan. This has been a debate in the Israelite community between Torah center Israelites and also the Israelites that believe in the New Testament as well. Basically the whole Bible in general, Old and New Testament. And personally, in my opinion, I believe he was. How was the Israelites, our ancestors, able to escape the captivity underneath the Pharaoh into the wilderness? You see, it had to be Yahawashi there with them to guide them. We couldn't have done it on our own. What do you think, Malakia?
Well, my opinion is, I believe he was in the Old Testament. Like you said, it's an ongoing debate between Torah Center brothers and sisters and Messianic brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Torah Center, they're basically saying that he wasn't in the Old Testament and that he wasn't even a Messiah. For us Messianic, we come and say, yes, he was in the Old Testament. He was with God the Father himself. He was with him, he counseled with him, and that we do choose to believe that the Messiah was spoke of. We know he was spoke of in the Old Testament, but we believe he was in the Old Testament as those were some of the judges and the prophets and the people that the Most High set up to lead Israel out of captivity when we came out of captivity in Egypt and out of certain other captivities.
Khan.
All right. Our second question is a double question. Did Yahawashi write the Bible? Where did the word come from?
As you see, wow, man. When hearing that question, it takes me back to my experience street teaching. And you have a few hecklers that will call themselves trying to crack a joke on our king, Yahawashi. I'm saying, that nigga did not write not one book. Where's his book at? You know what I'm saying? This goes to show you the ignorance in their learning. I don't remember Yahawashi ever mention out of his mouth that he did write a book.
True.
You see what I'm saying? And it's just like, if you actually pay attention and read the scriptures, you will know this. But instead, you rather come out and try to make fun or crack a joke on the Messiah. You see what I'm saying? But then again, people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. What do you think?
Well, did he write the Bible? Now, that is a really serious question right there.
Yeah.
My opinion on it is that we know each scripture of the book is inspired by God the Father himself.
Mm-hmm.
But then the Messiah actually wrote it. Now, that's something that I'm definitely waiting for our part of the show to go through the scriptures and see what the scriptures say. Because that got me curious now. That got me real curious right now. So I didn't wait till we even get into that part of the show. Like I said, I know I was always taught that scriptures is heavily derived by God the Father. And we know during the time of when Moses got the
Con.
God the Father himself, ancient days. And just to even bring that up as the Yahawashi wrote the Bible, that's an insight you get. That's the insight when you get right now.
Okay.
So, are you ready to dig in and find out what the Most High has to say?
Like it said, Romans 3 and 4, let the Most High be the truth, and every man a liar.
Alright, so let us dig in and see what the Most High has to say. Okay, brothers?
Con.
So the question is, was Yahawashi in the Old Testament?
Yes, that's the first question. I'm sure Brother Malachi can attest and agree with me on this, because we dealt with someone regarding this question. Let's take a look at the book of Isaiah, chapter 7, verse 14.
Isaiah chapter 7 verse 14. Therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son.
A virgin shall conceive and bear a son. Where have we heard this same story before? Continue.
And shall call his name Emmanuel.
Shall call his name what?
Emmanuel.
Shall call his name Emmanuel. Let's not forget that. Yeah, continue. Read.
Verse 15. Butter and honey shall he eat, that he may know to refuse the evil and choose the good.
Refuse the evil and choose the good. And remember in Proverbs 8:6-8, all the words of my mouth are in righteousness. Let's go to Matthew 1:21-23.
Matthew chapter 1 verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son.
Say it again.
And she shall bring forth a son.
That sounds familiar. Didn't we read that in Isaiah?
Yeah.
Go ahead, read.
And thou shalt call his name Jesus.
Shall call his name what?
Jesus.
Shall call his name Yahawashi. Go ahead.
For he shall save his people from their sins.
For he shall save his people from their sins. He never said anything about saving all nations. For he shall save his people from their sins. Go ahead, continue.
Now all this was done, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophets, saying...
Yeah, Akim, where it says spoken by the law of the prophets, who was they talking about, King? Back me up here.
When they were talking about the spoken of the Lord of the prophets, they were talking about the prophet of Isaiah, what Isaiah had mentioned.
There we go. You see that? And did we not read that in Isaiah? The same story?
Yes, it has the same word when we read it.
Yeah, so what is these brothers talking about that he was not in the Old Testament? Go ahead, continue.
Verse 23, Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted is God with us.
Look at that. And we heard that same name in the Old Testament, Emmanuel, and it's mentioned again here in Matthew in the New Testament.
True.
So what is these brothers talking about that he was not in the Old Testament? What do you think,
Like you said, what are they talking about? He's not in the Old Testament. And right there, you see a prophecy from the Old Testament. This is spoken of him, and then you see it backed up again in the New. But also for us to show that he's in the Old Testament, you go to the book of John, chapter 1.
Yeah, go to John 1.
1 and 1.
John 1 and 1. That's right.
John 1, verse 1. In the beginning was the Word.
Now, listen to that. Now, it's also just like the first book of your Bible, Genesis 1 and 1. In the beginning. But this time it says, in the beginning was the Word. Go ahead, read.
And the Word was with God.
The Word was with God.
And the Word was God.
And the Word was God. So the Word was with the Heavenly Father. And the Word was God. So you read it?
The same was in the beginning with God.
The same was in the beginning with God. Can you jump down to I believe it's verse 14?
Verse 14. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt
The Word was flesh.
Made flesh.
So the Word was beginning with God, and the Word was God. But now when we go down to verse 14, it says the Word was made flesh. Read on.
And dwelt among us.
And it walked among us. He preached among us. But the Word was
nice.
just like you get in Genesis, in the beginning. Remember in Genesis, it said in the beginning. So that means that in the beginning. And in the beginning was the Word. So we know that the Word of God was in the beginning of the Old Testament. As a prime example, who you think was spoken to Moses at the burning bush? The Word of God.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it tells you the word was manifested in the flesh. He walked among us. So yeah, he taught and he spoke. And he, like it says, he walked among us. Continue reading this.
And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth.
Begotten of the Father. Now, like you just read, Isaiah said that he would be born of a virgin birth. His name should be called Emmanuel.
That's right.
We go to Matthew, it says she conceived him and named him Jesus.
Yep.
Now, we know Jesus is a Greek English title of his name. That's not his name. We know what his name is in the Hebrew. So please don't get confused. These are just titles that he goes by. But he says his name will be Jesus now. Now, we all read the story of Christ. Christ was what? The only begotten Son of the Most High, the Heavenly Father itself. I'm telling you right here in John that he was the only begotten of God. So please tell me how the hell that Christ is not in the Old Testament.
Exactly. To land me back off of Brother Malachi, give 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 1 through 4. You see, I mean, the ignorance of these brothers, man. Seriously. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 1 through 4.
All right, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, starting at verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea.
Oh, passed through the sea. Talking about the Red Sea. Go ahead, read.
And were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
All the children of Israel that passed through the Red Sea, that was a form of baptism. Go ahead, read.
And did eat the same spiritual meat.
Mm-hmm.
And did all drink the same spiritual drink.
It's talking about the sacrament. Go ahead, read.
For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them.
Mm-hmm.
And that rock was Christ.
That rock was who?
Christ.
Was who?
Christ.
That's his place. They're talking about the Exodus. That's also another example of him being there in the Old Testament. Right or wrong, King?
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I hope they don't think that they was talking to Yahweh at the burning bush. Because
They'd all
no.
be dead.
Huh?
They'd all be dead.
They all be dead. Exactly.
And remember, God the Father himself said, no man sees the Father.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So then who was Moses talking to when he would go up into the mountain?
He was talking to Yahawashi. That's who he was talking to. Yes.
Talking to the word.
And brother proved that. He was talking to the word. Him, Yahawashi. Get Exodus real quick to land me back off what Brother Malachi was just talking about. Exodus 33 and 20. Yeah, it's the ignorance of these brothers. Oh, you know, there's no such a thing as Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? That's a phallus. You know what I'm saying? That's a false. Like, what? What are you talking about? If he wasn't there, then where are these scriptures coming from? We're not pulling it from the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, grabbing it from the air like
grabbing it from the air, you know? Seriously. Yeah, read.
This is Exodus 33, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, thou canst not see my face.
Thou cannot what?
See my face.
Thou cannot see my face. That's exactly what Brother Malachi was talking about.
For there shall no man see me and live.
And Moses came before this powerful being. And how is it that Moses was still alive?
Because it wasn't him?
It was Yahawashi, man. Just like Brother Malachi said, that was the living word. Yahawashi was talking to him, telling him the laws. Right, Ak?
God.
Hopefully, brothers and sisters out there, they learn something from this. Yeah.
All right. So, on to our second part question. Did Yahawashi write the Bible? And where did the word come from?
To refer back what we were talking about earlier, like him writing the Bible. Through my study, I have not run across a verse or a scripture that mentioned Yahawashi writing the Bible. You get what I'm saying? I'm not claiming to know everything because, you know, in the scripture says ever learning and still not being able to come into the knowledge of the truth. So I'm still learning. I still consider myself a student. You get what I'm saying? But I can only go off of what's there. Remember, the Most High be the truth and every man a liar. Get John 7, 16, 17.
All right, this is John chapter 7, verse 16. Jesus answered them and said, my doctrine is not mine.
My what?
My doctrine is not mine.
He said, my doctrine is not mine.
But his that sent me.
But who?
But his that sent me.
But his that sent me. You see, so why would brothers go out and say that, that nigga didn't not write not one book? He never said that he did.
He didn't need to because he was carrying out somebody else's mission.
Exactly. He never said that he did. You, in other words, you just sinned. You added to the scripture. Go ahead, read.
Verse 17. If any man will do his will, he shall know of the doctrine, whether it be of God or whether I speak of myself.
You see that? He shall do the will of the doctrine, whether it be of the Most High or me speaking myself. In John chapter 12, verse 49 and 50.
John chapter 12, verse 49. For I have not spoken of myself.
For I have not what?
Spoken of myself.
I have not spoken of myself. He's admitting it again. Go ahead, read.
But the Father which sent me.
But the Father which sent me. Go ahead, read.
He gave me a commandment.
He gave who?
He gave me a commandment. It's written in red, so this is Christ talking.
This is Christ talking, written in red. Yahawashi said that the Most High, Yah, gave him a commandment. Go ahead, read.
What I should say and what I should speak.
He gave me a commandment in which what I should say and what I should speak. Go ahead, read.
And I know that his commandment is life everlasting. Whatsoever I speak, therefore, even as the Father said unto me, so I speak.
There it is. So what is brothers talking about when they be saying, that nigga did not, that disrespectful. That nigga did not write not one book. What are you talking about, man? So why should we believe it? He never said that he did. The ignorance of you, man.
And the disrespect.
Yes.
And then it shows you how much do they have.
Exactly, huh?
This is Hebrews 10 and 7. Then said I, Lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me to do thy will, O God.
There it is. You see? It's written of Yahawashi to do the will of the Father. You back me up on this, Ak?
No, I'm saying I'm agreeing with you because right on point.
And
then right on point was coming out the scripture. So just to go back what our Peter said, this is to show you how much people actually sit and read and study the scriptures. Because I'm out and make these disrespectful statements saying, oh, Christ wrote a book, and then like you just said, Christ did not write not even one page in this book. He said it. It's not my commandment.
Yeah, exactly.
He's letting you know this is not of me. This book speaks of me, tells you our will, it tells you divine laws, but I never said I put my hands in motion.
Thank you. That's exactly, because it sounds like by reading that verse, it sounds like that's exactly what Yahawashi is saying. You said, I never told you that I wrote it,
So who did?
It's Psalm 68:11. Let's find out. This is to land me back on what Brother Malachi had brought out in John 1 and 1. When he said, in the beginning was the word. Brother Malachi killed two birds with one stone when he brought that out. Psalm 68:11.
All right, Psalm 68:11. The Lord gave the word.
Who gave the word?
The Lord gave the word.
The Most High gave the word. Go ahead.
Great was the company of those that published it.
Which is the children of Israel. Go ahead, read.
Kings of armies did flee apace.
Come on. Get 2 Timothy 3:16. So the Most High, you heard what it said. It says the Most High gave the word. Just like Brother Malachi mentioned in John the 1st chapter. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with the Most High.
All right. This is 2 Timothy 3, verse 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness.
Continue. That
the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works.
You see that the scriptures came from the Most High. Okay. And if you notice, our people don't like correction, so they want to get with something else so they can be free to be themselves. That's what it is. Our brother Paul Mooney said it best. Romans 15:4. So yeah, that's the lambing back of what brother Malachi had brought out. It came from the Most High. And you have some people out there, Akim, that would even say things like this here. But we were already here. We were already here before there was a Bible, before there was. How could you say something like that when you have the scriptures that mentions this? Get read.
Romans 15:4.
Mm-hmm.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime.
Say that again.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime.
You know what aforetime means? Before us.
Were written for our learning.
For our what?
Our learning.
For our learning. Go ahead.
That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
Con. Let's go sit up there. This before there was even this. What are you talking about?
But not for nothing. Isn't the scriptures, isn't it our nation's records?
Yes.
So if it's our nation's records, then it would make sense that it was written over time.
Exactly.
Just like, for example, in this country where when amendments are added to the Constitution,
Mm-hmm.
it's not all at one time. You know, like look at how long from when it was established to when, for example, women got the right to vote.
Yeah.
It was 19 amendments later.
Yeah. And a big chunk of it also they stole from us.
Yeah. But I'm just saying it was written over time.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't written right at that one space in time, and that was the whole thing.
Con. You have anything to add, King?
Nothing to add. It was just right on point on that one. I was really most listening.
Oh, con.
Like you said, you brought out the key things. Everything that was written before time was for our learning. So with they err in their ways when they make these statements. And then one thing, matter of fact, you got something to add. The one thing that we get lost in is a title and the name.
Uh-oh.
Like they so stuck on this word, the Bible. But thing is, this book has a title called the Holy Bible, means holy record. Right, was a Greek word for record.
There it is.
So this is a holy Greek record. I'm not Greek records, but it's a holy record of our people and our nation. I mean, come on, read the record, read the history.
Mm-hmm.
It's here for you to learn it. It's here to learn where you're going in your present. Remember his whole statement: to know your history was to know your future.
And there it is. Anything else, Sister Hadassah?
No, I think we answered that question.
Okay.
All right, so there you have it, folks. That was Yahawashi's last word. Tune in next time where we'll come up with more questions. And if you have a question, you could always email us at warriorsofisrael@gmail.com. Email us your questions and we'll put them in our lineup to talk about it in future episodes. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Sister Yaru Hadassah, and Sister Sarah, she was coming to us live on video, so she had to excuse herself. Tune in next time to Yahawashi's last word. Shalom.